Next we have moon delighting Jupiter. This happens when Jupiter's in Cancer, when the moon conjuncts Jupiter, or when the moon aspects Jupiter. So a little less than 1 out of 4 people have a moon delighting Jupiter to a strong degree. To a mild degree, yeah, moon will often delight Jupiter, but to a strong degree, it's just barely 3 out of 12 charts. Okay? So it's not as common as the Mars thing that we just talked about in the previous video. But it's still a really, really nice thing. The moon delighting Jupiter makes it seem like a person's lucky. Mars delighting Jupiter, it makes a person see that, wow, hard work works. Okay? But moon delighting Jupiter is not like that. It's not about effort. It's about connectivity. The moon delighting Jupiter knows that if it connects to what's good, good things will happen. Okay? Now the thing is, the good thing of Jupiter is first and foremost the goodness in yourself. So the moon delighting Jupiter is saying, if I connect to what's good in myself, I'm going to connect to what's good out there. Okay? And that the purpose of my life has to do with connecting to what's good within myself. Okay? So the person has to connect to it, become aware of it. When we're connected and aware of what's good within us, then we only allow ourselves to connect to what is good. When we're not connected to what's good in ourselves, that's when we allow ourselves to get connected to horrible situations and horrible people who are abusive and so on. Okay? So it seems like a moon delighting Jupiter person is lucky. If you look at them from the outside, like, gosh, they're so lucky. It's not luck, though. It's because they're connected to what's good in themselves. Okay? They're focusing on what's good in themselves. That with that awareness, negative things can't be allowed in their space. Okay? It's very much what's going on with Moon Saturn, which we're going to talk about in the next set of videos. Jupiter is what's best in you. Saturn's what's not you. So when Moon delights Jupiter, it's saying your needs will get met by developing what's best in you. Being the best person you can be is going to fulfill your needs. Okay? Moon influencing Saturn starves Saturn. And Moon, at that point, Moon's going, I'm going to get my needs met by what isn't mine, what's not healthy for me. I'm going to take a poop and eat the poop and expect it to nourish myself. It's the very opposite thing. We don't nourish ourselves when we focus on our shit, our problems, which the Moon starving Saturn does. We nourish ourselves when we focus on what's good in ourselves, which is Jupiter. Okay, so Moon delighting Jupiter is like, I see what's good in me, I'm focusing on what's good in me, I can develop what's good in me, I can let what's good in me grow. It doesn't grow the way with Mars. When Mars grows, it says, geez, I need to go do some push-ups, then I'll grow a bigger muscle. So he gets down, he does all this effort. Okay? The Moon doesn't do that. The Moon grows through awareness. The idea with the Moon is, as my awareness grows, this grows. As I become aware of myself as a stronger person, wow, I actually put on more muscle mass. Okay? Our bodies reflect our consciousness, which is the Moon. Okay? So, the Moon delighting Jupiter is a very passive delight compared to the Mars delighting Jupiter, where the person develops an awareness of what they're good. They're looking for what's good in themselves. They're looking at Jupiter. Now, Moon, if it's looking at Venus or Mercury, it starves those. It's saying, I'm going to get my needs met by looking at Venus, that person, Mercury, that opportunity. These outside things are going to get my needs met. I need these outside things to get my needs met. Doesn't work. That's why those planets end up being starved and the person's miserable. But when the Moon's focused on Jupiter and delighting Jupiter, the Moon's going, I'm going to get my needs met in what's best in me. It's the good parts of you that are going to attract and attract what you need into your life. Not your bad parts. Not focusing on your negatives. We have to always focus on our pros. which is Jupiter. What's good about you? What's good in you? The thing you're going to do best to take to the highest level, that's your Jupiter. It's the best thing you have to offer yourself. It's the best thing you have to offer other people. And if you're focused on having your needs met by becoming that thing, you'll get them met. And that's what Moon Jupiter does. Okay, so Moon Jupiter, Moon delighting Jupiter, is in the habit of focusing on what's good within them. Okay, that allows that goodness to grow and for them to have more of that. And it is our purpose to discover what's good in us and nourish what's good in us and to grow what's good in us. And so the purpose of life is being fulfilled when the moon delights Jupiter. Okay? And then when an opportunity comes and it's a good opportunity and the inner voice says yes to this good opportunity, they can hear the inner voice because they recognize that goodness can be allowed in their life because they're aware of goodness within themselves. When a person is not aware of any goodness within themselves and a good opportunity comes, they can't even hear their inner voice screaming, yes, do that, do that. They're like, oh no, there's no way. You know, it's really one of the most interesting things to me always has been to encounter people who have a good opportunity and somehow they don't allow it into their lives because they just don't feel good enough about themselves to allow a good thing to happen. They really hold themselves back. The Moon Jupiter person doesn't. You know, that person that, you know, doesn't allow good things in their life, they're saying, oh, but look how lucky everyone else is. It's like, they're not lucky. They just, by recognizing and growing what's good in them, they attract and not even just attract it, but they let in what's good in them. Okay? So, this helps grow the good in a person. And it allows what's good in your life to snowball and you get more and more and more. It helps your good tendencies manifest, your charitable tendencies, your compassionate tendencies. All the good human qualities are Jupiterian qualities. And when the moon is delighting Jupiter, it's saying, yeah, my needs get met by me having these qualities. Okay? It really is if we're charitable, our needs for money get taken care of. And that's the Moon Jupiter type thing. Okay? By being the good thing, I get what I need. And so that they're aware of that. They've noticed, as a part of them understands that being good works. Okay? It works to make my life, to get my needs met. Because that's what the moon's all about. The moon is like, I got my inner self, the Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. There's this outside world of Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. And I have to somehow get my needs met from this outside world without screwing it up. If the moon is influencing Mars, Jupiter, and Sun, the person is doing what they need to do as a person to become the thing they need to be to get what they need from the world. So when it's aspecting Jupiter, then, we all have a need to have a better life, right? We all have the need to have a good life. When moon is delighting Jupiter, the person goes, I need to be a good person. And in fulfilling that need, they have a good life. Because in life, we only get one thing. We get what we are. If you're not getting something you want in life, it's because you're not the thing that gets that. And you have to become the thing that gets that. So if you're not getting anything good in your life, it's because there's nothing good about you. I hate to say it, but that's the reason. There's nothing good about your behaviors. Now, no one's not getting nothing good, but let's say it's 90%. It's because 90% of you is not a good thing, the way you're behaving. And yes, you will not get that good thing until you behave differently. Sri Yukteswar used to tell Yogananda all the time, learn to behave, learn to behave. It's like, to me that also means learn to be what attracts. Learn to be what you want. Because we get what we are. So if you learn to be love, you get love. If you learn to be kind, you get kindness. Consistently. Otherwise you only get it temporarily by some sucker who comes along and hasn't been hurt by you before. Okay? So the moon delighting Jupiter, or any of the personal self-planets, the Sun, Mars, or Jupiter, anytime it delights those, its moon's going to get my needs met. I have to become the thing I need. It understands that. When the moon is looking at Mercury, Venus, and Saturn, it's saying, I need something, and I need Mercury to give it to me, I need Venus to give it to me, and even worse, I need something that's not even good for me, Saturn, to give me what I need. And they're all dead ends. Okay? The only way we can get what we need is by becoming that thing. And that's why Moon only delights the Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. Sun is, I am the thing that gets this. Jupiter is, I am the good thing that gets this. Mars is, I am the thing that does the thing that gets this. You know? Otherwise you don't get it. So Moon delighting Jupiter is saying, I get goodness in my life because I am good. I'm developing my goodness, and as I develop it, I get more goodness. It's just how it works. You only get what you are. Okay? And the moon, again, is how we get the things from the outside. So we get the Mercury things, we get the Venus things, all those cherished things we want. Not because we're focused on getting them with our moon, because our moon is focusing on making us the kind of person that even gets those things in this world. Okay? So these Vashas really do show us how life works, and this is the moon delighting Jupiter. It's a beautiful thing. It means the person recognizes deep down inside that if they want a good life, they have to be a good person. And they don't even think about it. They're just busy being a good person. And so good things are happening in their lives, and it looks like they're just lucky to the person who doesn't know how to be a good person. So we have to be good people if we want good things in our life, and moon delighting Jupiter people have fulfilled that responsibility towards themselves first. It is a personal responsibility, and it's a beautiful personal responsibility because it also makes other people's lives more beautiful too. Okay, enough on that one. Thank you.